Oh, you ever get that feeling that golf just grinds you down? Oh, it's so bad. 1 minute you're up here, next you're down there. We're getting there. Why do we all play this game? It's torture. That is A1, my friends. All day, baby, all day. That is a bounce back too. Well, that was about as professional as we could be there. Breaking, break, 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 break. Feels like it's coming undone ever so slightly. I've gone from YouTube's best putter to YouTube's worst putter. Let's see if I can do this tour venue some justice. Today we have a serious test on our hands. We are at a tour venue. We're down at the beautiful Pula Golf Resort, which was redesigned by Jose Maria Olazabal, hosted multiple tour events, and today we're going to see if we can break par here. So we've had our little warm-up, few putts, few balls on the range, and we're down on the first tee. We're going to tip it out today, long as we can play it. The course, just a little bit about it. Par 72, 6,300 yards off the back here. Like I say, hosted multiple tour events. Winners like Darren Clark, Sergio Garcia, Jose Maria Olazabal, Angel Jimenez, you name them, they've won here. So it's going to be quite the challenge. A lot of the course as well, you look down onto the fairways and then to the greens. Going to be a bit tricky. We didn't have the best run last time when we were continental, when we left cold England, when we were over in Portugal, but today we're going to see that we get it done. I've not been on a golf course in 7 weeks since that last round, but I've hit some balls. I'm feeling confident. A little bit of sunshine always helps. Comment down below, can we get in the red? As well, guys, if you aren't already, make sure you become part of the team. Hit the button down there, subscribe, totally free. Team Matt Fryer, let's go. Comment down below what you think I'm scoring. Hole 1 is a par 4 that is playing, I think, 417 yards today, so fair old whack for a first shot. We've got the big dog, new driver in hand. Let's go. There is a little bit of trouble out on the fairway here. 281 to carry the bunker, but I'm first shot of the day. Just come off the plane, so it's got to be the chief. Got to let it ride. Let's see what we can do. Go well, Matthew. A couple of swing thoughts in mind. I just want to try and stick to and enjoy the game. Stuck it, pushed it a little bit down the right. Is it going to get over the bunker? No. Just falling back into the bunker. Might be up in the face there, which is annoying, but hey ho, off we go. Right, not the ideal tee shot there, just a little underneath it and pushy. Found ourselves in the bunker, but it's not too bad. It's quite a flat bunker. It's literally pitched and rolled back in, but looks fairly nice. I've just got this little bit of a slope to get into and then the tree, but only 150 to the back of the green where the flag seems to be, 140 middle. So see if we can just get this 8-iron centre of the green, don't go near the flag, and try and take a 2-putt. I've absolutely ripped that to the heart of the green. Well, that'll do as a day one. First shot there. So a few little goals from the round that I want to set myself. I want to try and hit about 60% of the fairways. Last time wasn't great on the fairways, lost quite a few balls off the tee, was just not good. Putting's another big one, normally a real strength of my game, really let myself down on last time's round, just a lot of 3-putts, a lot of just sloppiness, so the greens look fantastic if they're anything like what they were on the putting green, so just try and keep it somewhere around about 30 putts, sub 30, and we should have a good game. And then pitching again, just been working on that pitching a little bit at the range. Just want to try and see that if I do get some chances inside 100 yards, I'm at least giving myself, you know, 3 or 4, maybe 5 chances from inside 15 foot. Judging from what I've seen here on this first green and what I saw on the putting green, it looks like there's going to be a lot of tears in the greens. Like I say, Olazabal designed it Masters champion, 2 times Masters champion, and we know how undulating those greens are, so maybe he's taken a little bit of inspo from his old Masters wins. A little left to right, about half a foot in this, all about the pace. Pretty good pace, complete pull and misread to start the day off. I saw that, everything, the dew lines are going that way towards it. Oh well. It's gone up the hill there. Well, said I wanted to work on my putting and that is not what we want, but first hole, 17 more to go. Silly old game. Hole 2, par 3, across a ravine this one. Bunker in front of the green, flags 163, got an 8 iron out. Just try and get it a little bit past it and try not to make a mistake like we did there, but early days, just got to keep on going. Keep on trucking. Keep cutting. Well, it looks about 10 foot. Hopefully that is true. Well, better than 10 foot it seems pitched in here. A little bit of spin. Don't know what that stuff is, but it happened, and I know why I missed the putt on the first. I was putting with the flag in, a momentary lapse on my part, but we will now remedy that, knock this in, get a great bounce back stat. All day, baby, all day. That is a bounce back too. Back to level par. That's what I need to do, not worry about score as well today. Just think about the process, let the score take care of itself. Hole 3 here, 413 yards. Little tricky one, dogleg left to right. The green's tucked in around some trees on the right, and actually when you look at it on the tee, you're left wondering a little bit, but good thing is I'm able to use my strategy that we've got a video actually coming out pretty soon on, and it shows me where ideally I should be hitting this club, so I've been able to map where I want to hit the tee shot to and then pick the correct club. So I would have normally just hit driver on here, but I'm actually going to take forward and just try and play short of the trap and then fire across from there. Ooh, little toey. Just left of the trap there. Hopefully it's okay. It does widen out there, so we're okay, but not the ideal strike. Fairway missed there, but not too bad. It was wide open. Beauty of using that my strategy. You can see the land. I think that forward was the play because the fairway's so narrow down there, and driver, you've just got to hit the perfect golf shot as well. And now it's not the end of the world. I can't see the flag. It's back left corner, but I can hit a little fade off where the flag I think is with a 7-iron, 175 yards, and then just again play for a solid 2-putt here. Bit of a scrappy strike, but it's centre of the green. Yep, that'll do. That's what I need to do a bit more when I'm in trouble. I need to make sure I limit the damage. Well, that was about as professional as we could be there. Found the green. Again, it's another one. It's a 3-tiered green, long about 35-40 yards. Pin right up on the tier here, and quite an aggressive slope. It's one of the new greens that they've put in here, relayed it, and it's bedded nicely to be fair. But it's going to swing up the hill here and then come in. All about getting the pace right again on this one. I think if I do what I'm doing, just not take too many flags on when I've got more than sort of 9-iron in hand today, I'll probably avoid making any foolish mistakes, I would imagine. You don't want to get on the wrong side of them. Travel, 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 travel. Not bad. Not bad. Well, we'll take that. Quite happy about that because I would have just hit driver down there, and if you don't get that perfectly right, you would be in a world of trouble. So our 4th hole is playing 388 yards, some bunkers 249 and 261, then the next one up near the green. So they are potentially out of range. Looks like you've got a bit of a room down the left as well. You can see the bunkers off the tee on the right majoritively, so I can play a bit more left. Hopefully we get it down there. This looks like a nice hole, this. Starting to actually see the sea as well in the distance. Let's see if we can get one down here. Not a clue. But felt good. Lost it in the sun though. Feel like it went straight. Who knows? A little bit off the beaten track, problem when you're hitting into the sun. I've actually missed the fairway by about 20 yards left. I think it's pitched on the path and then bounced up over onto this other fairway, but we're okay, we've avoided the water. I've got 115 up to the flag, so it's actually not a bad spot. Just get a nice wedge in there, try and make a little bit of good fortune out of this bounce. My gap wedge goes 120 on 25, but I'm actually just going to hit pitching wedge and go a bit 3/4 with it. With it being slightly uphill, I don't want to leave it short, so I'd rather hit this and just allow for if I, didn't strike it instead of trying to hit the perfect shot. 3/4 wedge, grip down on it. Straight at it, a bit skinnier. Spin. Just caught it a tad thin, and I think I'm on the fringe there. Well, just a little bit long from where I've come at it. I'm probably best part of 15 yards long there. I know it was a thin strike, but my worry was hitting my 50 and zipping it off the front there. All I need to do though is just bump it on and let it run down this slope here. Would imagine it's going to be a little bit slick. Luckily there's a bit of morning dew still. Lies okay. Just play a little bump and run style shot. A little bit of right to left in this one. Pick my spot and see it just trundle out. Just not quite there. I've not hit any chips in over 7 weeks really, so touch is a little bit rusty. Now we've got a bit of work to do. Shouldn't really be struggling for par. Should be making the most of that little bit of fortune we had, but we soldier on. We soldier on. We can hole a putt, Matt. That's all we've got to tell ourselves. We'll take it. Jimmy Buckets with the blade. Right, saved it. We just need to settle down a few fairways, a few greens, a few 2-putts, a little bit of regulation play. Then we can turn the birdie heater on and we're good. Comment down below, guys, where do you think I'm going to get to? Hit the little like button if you're enjoying the In the Red series as well. Name a few courses around the UK where you think we should come and play. Hit us up. T5, let's go. So the 5th hole is 357 yards. I bought driver and 4-iron because the water actually stretches out to 290. And just because it's early on in the round, if I would hit my driver dead straight on every drive I'd hit, I'd probably pull that. But just looking at it, 350, if I can hit this 4-iron, 215 down there, 220, I'm wedging to 9-iron, which gives me a good chance, and the fairway's a lot bigger down there. So put this in play. Don't need to make a silly mistake at this point. There's still plenty of opportunity and plenty of golf to be played. So get this in play to the fat fairway, and then see if we can get our approach a little bit better. That is A1, my friends. It's amazing that actually went exactly where I aimed it. You've got to cherish those moments because they happen about once in a round. Found the fairway. We've got 140 to the flag now. Looks a little bit pretty central, maybe towards the front, so I'm going to go 9-iron. Just a nice smooth one of those. Ball is going to be below my feet on the slope, so I can aim a little left of the flag and let it feed in from there, hopefully. Stick this one in close and give ourselves our first real birdie chance. Oh no, we've already had a birdie. Gosh, I forget how magnificent that was. Hold your line. Hold your line. Oh, absolutely munched that over the back of the green. I struck that so well. Oh, nightmare. Oh well. Chip and a putt again. That was one of the best struck irons I've had in a long time, thus ending in me hitting it 10 yards too far. Nice lie though, a little bit of mud on the golf ball, but not the end of the world. And everything's feeding towards the hole, so bump it on 3-4 feet and let it trundle its way out here. Break, break, break. Oh, it's just got away from me. Just got away from me. Making hard work, Matthew. Pulled it. Well, sloppy bogey there. Just a shame. Did everything right with the tee shot and the second shot. Didn't anticipate it was going to nut it. Then just got away with me that chip. I think that's the area where you'll always notice that your touch isn't there if you've not played for a little bit. So just got to be aware of that now on the next few. But I'm quite happy with it, how it's going. We'll keep persevering and off we go. 6 hole here is a par 5 that's playing 530 yards. If we just see, there is water, 297 yards to get over. There is a bunker at 266 up the left as well. So just go down an inch on the driver. Just try and hit a bit of a higher fader one and let it just squeeze into play. Don't try and hit my longest one now, just in case we get there. Just up the left, cutting ever so slightly. And that is the fairway found there. Love that little shot, just a fairway finder. Hopefully now we can get another bounce back birdie. So looking at my app here, I'm now only 240 yards away. And the only real danger is A, the tightness in the trees that we can see up in the distance, and then a bunker that's up near green sides, which you can see poking through. So good lie, good thing I didn't go out on driver, because I would have definitely got it because everything's running towards it. But I think just a rescue now, I can be pretty aggressive here. Confident of getting that up near the green and then hopefully an up and down. Well, it is right up the centre strip. I think it's a bit short, tiny bit thin, didn't intend the tiger stinger there. Got my my little draw, 1 yard of it, and we're looking good, baby. Now, this is interesting. We've actually just caught the green here, and I probably would have preferred to maybe be 3 or 4 yards back, because again, we've got another tier in this green, and where this flag is, there's definitely been some arguments with the greenkeeper and someone on the staff today, because they've put the pins in the most rascally pin positions. With this one, I'm literally going to have to skirt up along here to try and get to where this flag is, but I've got the best part of 30 yards maybe here. Probably would have been a bit easier just having it back and being able to fly it or run it a little bit more, but you know what? Let's have a little bit of belief in ourselves. We've had many a success with a long putt in the past, and there's no reason we can't do it now. I think 6 foot right here is a good sort of aim to get it around that spot. I even think the fringe will actually push this out a little bit right as we go through this. Yeah, I can see how much that is just. It's a shame that, because of it a good shot. If I would have been over there, it would have been so much easier to get it closer, but it really just pumps it that way from there. I've been half a foot off the side of the green, and we're now 10 feet away. But that's golf, folks. Not every good shot gets rewarded. The bounce backs are there, folks. The bounce backs are there. A quality 2-putt, if I do say so myself. Someone get that trumpet, because I'm going to blow it, boy. So the 7th hole's 402, bunkers 235, 254. We can actually see those up in the distance. Dogleg again, left to right. The green's almost in line with the trees here, so it's a bit of a fadey one. And I can let go on this one. Try and just hit a bit of a 10-15 yard cut off the last trap. Got a nice house or farmhouse to aim up into at the distance and let it fly. Cut, miss that trap, miss it. I'm not sure, it was right on the edge of it. And I think we just had the nod from the cameraman that we're past. Hopefully it's got a kick down towards the fairway. And we're good from there. Well, we didn't quite get the cut we wanted. I probably had 5 or 10 yards when I needed a good 25 on it, because the actual fairway's out just over in this direction. It's not the end of the world, it's actually sat not too bad. And I've only got, I'm reckoning, about 110 from here. 120 it is to the flag. Downhill, the only issue is a bunker that we can see just in front of it. There is room to the right hand side of the flag, so I think it's just my 50, air a little bit right. It might pull a little bit with the rough just closing the blade, so just got to be wary of that and get it on the green and hopefully give ourselves another birdie look. Down, maybe? Spin back. Well, we've done the good job there. Good strike, we got 20 feet. Good work, team, high five. Right, we have a little bit downhill. We've managed to get it by the flag, which is good. Everything's feeding back towards that hole there, so just got to be aware of my pace. The sun's starting to come out now as well, so the dew's burning off the greens, and that'll just quicken them up as well. Something that you've got to take into consideration. It's not the sort of putt you want to race at, but it's one that will, to be fair, just find a little bit of its own pace and just feed down towards the hole. If we could sneak one here, I would say it would be a mega bonus. Sit. Oh my God, Matt, what are you doing? Just talked all that time about pace. And my mind just switched off. What is that? Just had literally a moment's lapse in concentration then. Tell you what I was thinking about, Pep Guardiola. Sounds weird, but they actually host a tournament here, a Apparel and Nadal Invitational, where they get a load of celebrities, loads of sports people, Pep Guardiola, Nadal, Ruud Gullit, there's countless people. And as I was stood over that putt, I was thinking, oh, I wonder what Pep thought of this golf course, because I quite like it. Oh God, that's going 6 foot by. The mind, it boggles. Matthew, I did say last time that I was going to change my putter, and it was the last time that you would see this even roll, and it's not the putter's fault, but I'm blaming it on the putter, and it's got 3 holes to impress me now, otherwise it is definitely going to the naughty cupboard. Silly soft bogey, another one, but that's golf, folks, that is golf. So every time I've made a bogey, I've followed it up with a birdie. Now on the 8th hole, that will be rather impressive because it's a par 3 that is 225 yards to the flag today. We've got water surrounding the green from the front to the back on the left side. Not much going on up the right hand side. So just aim at the stick because it's central, try and hit a little fade. And just, I'll take a 3 here. Oh my God. That one's feeding the fish. That was again, my mind just slipped there. Well, look, good news. Don't have to hit another one from here. I can drop one up near the water and try and chip him for a 3. Oh dear. Feels like it's coming undone ever so slightly. Right, friends. We missed that tree left and we went slap bang in the middle of the agua. Not what we need, so penalty drop now. Pitch up, try my best to up and down this. Got a straightforward-ish pitch. It's about 40 yards up to the flag, so it's annoying. Not bad. Not a bad lie. Not a bad lie. Come on. Right, 54. Pitch it up. A little bit shy of the flag, about 10 feet, and just let it a couple of bounces. Well, that was pretty poo. I landed it. It's finished where I wanted to land it. It wasn't quite aggressive enough. And now we've got a long putt for a bogey. Very annoying that when you actually get up onto the green and you see all the room that you have over there. You've got the mounds that might not kick it back onto the green, but you know, when you look at a tour event being here, the one thing they wouldn't be doing is aiming middle left of the green, trying to fade it. Everything would be up the right, trying to hit a little draw back in, because even if you push it, it's probably coming back. Pull it, you're on the green, get the right shot, you're good. As where for me, aiming up the middle to left, bit of a pull, shut the face, only one place, that's going water. So more thinking about the game sometimes and knowing where the safe spots are can actually result in a better result even with a poorer swing. But now we face about 25 feet for bogey. Break him, break. Ah! Straightened out at the end. Well folks, double from nowhere. Welcome to the show. Ninth hole here is 483 yards, a par 5. There's a bunker at 254 to get over. Now looking at my strategy, there is the water down there, but that's from 210 to 360 all the way up. So if I do hit driver, I clear the trap. Yes, I've just got to be aware of the water down the right, but the fairway looks generous up the left. And then if I do this, it leaves me a good angle towards the green and gives me a good distance towards that green, leaving me around the sort of 200 yard mark. So commit to it and just see the shot we want. Forget about the last, let's keep digging. Just one blemish, one bad shot really. Towed it just over the trap, it should be okay. Well, it might even be in the trap there. Hopefully I can get something up towards the green, but just a little bit iffy at the minute. So we found ourselves in the bunker. I got the bunker distance a little bit wrong off the tee. It was actually 295 to clear it, not 259. I've got the numbers mixed round. But not the end of the world. It's quite compact, hard sand, so it's almost like a tight, linksy fairway. So just going to try and trap it a bit. 192 to the middle. With it being a par 5, I can sort of play up to the right. I've got the trees in the way of me. And then all I need to do is just aim right and try and hit a bit of a draw. If we get it up, you know, again, just up and down, try and get that bounce back and limit the damage now. I've struck it, it's at that lone tree on the right. kick left, might just squeeze the fringe from there, but overall good recovery. So I'm just a tad shy of the green, maybe about 5 paces off, but definitely the right play letting it kick in. Now the green's firing that way and a little bit into the upslope, so I've just got to be a bit aggressive with the pitch if I'm going to try and stop it quick, or I can try and run it up. Not bad, the lie wasn't the best. I'm pretty happy with that result, I was confident through it. Now we've just got to get this blade working. Senor Bladerson. See if he behaves on this little rascal. He knows he's in the bad books. Will he pull it back, or will he potentially be left in 2 pieces in a bin in Mallorca? Well, it's a bounce back. It's a bounce back. We're doing okay, we just need to get rid of those mistakes. We're making enough birdies, we're doing enough of the right stuff. It's just that silly little mind fart on the green on 7, and that poor swing on 8. Like I say, having known that there was so much of the world to the right, I probably would have aimed up there. But other than that, it's been not too bad of a round. A little bit scrappy, so hopefully back 9, want a bit more fairway, want a bit more green regulation. See if we can eradicate these bogeys and the double, get a few more birdies, and I reckon I've got it in me. I reckon I've got it in me back 9. Let's head out there. Fairway found, chica! So we found the fairway, good drive. We've got 270 left. The hole itself is actually 520 yards, but it's just straight uphill. This 270 is probably playing close to about 300, 310 maybe. So that drive actually hit it really nicely. You know, it's only gone 280, but up the hill it's probably on a flat about a 320 drive, that, because it's such an incline. This, it's just getting no shoot forwards, it's pitched and just kicked. But hey ho, let's pump the forward up the right hand side. There is bunkers up the left hand side of the fairway, which we don't want to be in, so leave myself sort of front right, maybe about 30, 40 yards away, simplistic pitch up the hill, and try and pinch another one back and get back towards where we should be. First things first, we've got to get this done. Ball's above my feet as well, so it will want to go left, so just got to see how much land there is up there and just trust aiming 20 yards right of the flag. Absolutely thinned the underpants out of it. Get out of that trap, get out! What a waste of a drive. I'm in a bunker that's about 100 yards from the green now. That's annoying. We found the bunker water hazard here from the little bit of rain they had the other day. Right, I have to zap this. That is probably the worst place I could have left that shot. My mind again, I'm stood over it, I know what I want to do, sort of. I'm not giving myself a clear enough picture of what I'm doing, because just I'm about to take the club away on every shot, I'm thinking of something else. That was, I wonder how Tommy Fleetwood hits fairway woods then, as I took that club away. Comment down below as well if you're someone who, as they're about to swing, has complete brain farts. Anyway, 80 yards. Luckily, again, with the bunker, it's very compact, so I can almost just play it like a normal pitch here now. So I'll play a 90-yard one just to get it up beyond the flag and get it up onto the top of the green. Stay. Oh my God. That's going to come back to me. I've literally pitched about 4 or 5 yards off. Pitch mark there. Should have, I've said 80 yards, it's playing 90. I could have hit that 120. Every mistake is mental at the minute. We're getting there. Stay. Moral of the story, if you're going really uphill, just play beyond the flag mat. Don't be cute. Nope. Well, I think we know the moral of the story. Get my mind in check. Right, on to the 11th after that shower of nonsense. The actual, when the tour events were here, Gregory Bourdais was one of the winners. He shot 8 under in his final at the 3rd round. And even though I'm currently 3 over par, I can see how he did it, because actually, if you play and know the yardages round here, it's fairly open, it's shortish by tour standards. There's just so many, like this is 300 yards and there's nothing down the right hand side. There's just a bunker up the, some water in the middle of the fairway. I've got 4 iron out now. I'm now questioning, do I actually just smash driver right of the fairway and then chip across? But knowing my luck, I'd hit a pull into the water. So water's at 240. I'll hit 4 iron down and try and just hit a decent wedge in. Just need to settle the boat. It's giving myself a clear idea of what I want to do on every shot, instead of just, yeah, it's a forward up there. So I'm going to hit a fade now. It starts on that white sign and moves. There we go. When I give myself the actual instruction, I've hit the exact shot I want to hit. Stand over it with no clue or no real plan, and silly old numbnuts up here, he goes wandering. Well, 105 yards now leaves us after that actual clear bit of imagery in my mind. I've done exactly what I needed to do. This pin looks like it is hanging on the back, so I've got my 54 out. This goes 110. I'm just going to hit pretty much a 3/4 or 9/10 of a full shot here. Don't want to creep it over, but wind a little bit into as well. You can start to feel it a little bit more. You sort of go up and down through the hills here at Pooler. Well, let's see if we can give ourselves some clear instruction again. Don't keep moving. Stay. Stay, stay. Oh my God, Matt. Well, we're on the green. The wind got up a little bit more and didn't quite strike it, and it spun back. Not good. Well, its landing point wasn't a million miles away. Would have accepted that, but with a bit of spin, it's not ended up well. This is where I think with a caddy, I'd do well. The wind then, you could feel it a bit more into. I'm trying to hit a not full wedge with a cut spin. So everything there, it's going to do climb, hit the wind, as where a caddy probably would have told me to club up, hit it softer and try and maybe hit a bit of a draw to let it release up. And now I've got a double the length of what I wanted, all because of the wrong shot choice. Amazing how much the intricacies can play into it. So I think, you know, Billy Foster, if you fancy an in the red job, come do it. Fitzy, who's he? About a foot of right to left in it. The greens are sensational here, so just got to actually do them a bit of justice now. I didn't even think I'd hit that. The sun burning the dew off the surfaces now has definitely sped them up, because I didn't even think I'd got that to the hole, and they're just finding that extra foot, 2 feet in the roll. And We've got to be aware of that. Changing conditions, sun's coming up here at Pooler, it's lovely. It's warm, it's not snowing like it is in sunny Warrington. Let's get on, let's keep this in check and we're good. Oh my God. Well, that's in someone's garden. Ah, why are you trying to hit that shot? That should be the perfect line. A little bit toey again. Actually opens up quite a lot there, but the first one's defo dead. I would imagine one of those many golf balls is mine. Maybe a little further up. My God, look at the doggy coming here as well now. Look at this boy. Hello, buddy. Hello. Longest drive was 311. Not anymore. Does it count when you've knocked one into the old dog's house though? Poor thing. Right, 120, downwind, downhill. Can pretty much hit the same shot as I did on the last hole and it'll be spot on. Need to up and down this for par. We don't want to be dropping loads here. Cut. Why do you think 105 is miraculously going to go 120, Matt? My brain, I really need strategy lessons. Oh, that is just... Oh. You ever get that feeling that golf just grinds you down? 1 minute you're up here, next you're down there. Why do we all play this game? It's torture. Well, we missed our mouth with a spoon and we also missed the green with a wedge. Little chip up now, nothing too wild about this one, just flat green, just got to get it over this little elevation, just let it run at the hole. I will probably find a way to cock it up though. Bump it on and just let it run down the wind. Come on, 54 degree. Couple of paces on. See, that's just crap. Absolute crap. I was scared of that running away. Matthew. Sea's there, you can see the sea from here. One positive, it is lovely here. We're on the sort of east coast of Mallorca, one of the quieter areas, and it's like a little slice of heaven, and right now I'm not doing it any justice. I'm turning it into a little corner of my own hell. Knock this putt in though. Move on. Let's go. Pushed it. Oh, the less said, the better. Our 13th hole is playing 170 yards to the flag today. That was a weird club throw. Up the hill, into a little bit of wind, so I'm equating that to about 190. So I've got my 6 iron out because the front's actually only 160, so that's best part of 175, I would say. Looks like it's going to feed to the left hand side. There is a bunker up on the right that to get over is 159 on the left, and then it's 160 to cover the one on the right hand side. So a good 6 iron. Let's get our foot down. Let's see if I can do this tour venue some justice. It's lovely. I am actually loving the layout of the golf course. It's a course I think you have to maybe play once or twice, well at least 2 or 3 times I would probably say, just to get an idea of where some of the holes are, because there's been points where looking back I would have taken completely different lines and probably a few different clubs just to get in play and go from there. But 6 holes of golf to play. Stranger things have happened. Hold your line. Well, that is a good swing, clear image in my mind. Looks like it was a good distance and it was about 10 foot right of the flag, so it's a definite par at best. Well, this is one of my favourite points on the golf course. Not only actually giving myself that clear plan, I've pitched up here and it's come back towards the flag and I've now got a chance, but just look at that view out towards the sea. We're almost in like a cove of mountains around here. You're in like, the course is just in the bottom of it and there's mountains surrounding us all, and then we've got the sea down there. Not bad, not bad, but let's see if we can nestle this one away, try and get the fight back started. The greatest comeback in YouTube history, I would say. This needs to be. I can do it. I know I can. I'm capable. Just got to get the head right. Just got to get the head right. Come on. Stay, stay, stay. No. Ah. Just over on me. Just over on me. A good 3. It's a strong par 3, that short green. Another one with a tear in it again. The par 3s have been quite, I would say, more of the protection of this golf course. Some have been long, some have been short, but smaller greens, all treacherous, you know, big bunkers around here. If you're in these, I would imagine it gets tricky, but just keep soldiering on. Just keep soldiering on. 14th hole here at Pula is 385 yards. Down the hill, there's 2 segments of water. The first being at 265 off the tee, and then the next one actually gets close up to the green. It starts from about 50 yards away. So 265 down the hill, but we are into wind. I'm going to hit my hybrid. I've used my strategy, and planning with that leaves me just short. It says there is the bunkers down the left as well, but I've got room down there on the left just to go down that side, and even if I get that sort of cutty weak one, it shouldn't get me into the water, so I can make a good confident swing with this one. Just a little fade off that palm tree poking up in the distance. Oh, just close the face. Hold your line. Just right of the trap. That's good, that, because even on a not my best swing, I would say we've got away with a bit of murder there. We've just actually pitched here and we've ended up there. I would have preferred this to have gone in the bunker because I'm going to have a little bit of an awkward stance. I think I've got just, well, to be fair, I can play a bit more up the right as well. This is one of those things now where my thinking about what I'm about to do. The water's all up the left-hand side of the green. There is out of bounds to the right, but that's beyond it. So I'm going to try and turn one right to left. That'll help me with my stance. But if I push it, I'm okay. Pull it, I'm okay. Hit the shot I want, good. But I've got a bank on the right as well, bringing the ball back in. So just stay away from the water. 145, I've got 8 iron just to help with the wind that's coming into us. Just pick my spot and try and commit to hitting this shot now. Turn over a bit more. And that, Matthew, is how you actually think something through. Not got the draw I quite wanted, but we're on the green and we're putting. That, folks, was a well thought out hole, because other me, numbnuts over here, would have had me hitting a fade off that, as where we've used that slope. I've actually pitched up on the top of the slope. It's fed onto the green. Yes, I've got a bit of a downhill putt now, but knowing that I'm safely aboard, take my safe 2 putt here, hopefully, is better than being in there trying to hit this worldy shot when my game's not quite there. So I think there's a little lesson in that for everyone. If you've not quite got your A game, you can still perform well by actually thinking the golf ball around the course instead of trying to hit wonder shots every time or taking on too much that maybe your current level of play doesn't have. That being said, let's see if we can get this cozy to the hole. It's got some right to left in it, sort of goes up the slope and then it'll kick down the slope left. It's got about 3 feet of right to left in it. The greens look a little bit more burnt and crispy as well now, as the day and the sun's starting to get on. All about the pace. Start to turn in. Oh God, Matt, that's getting away from you. I'm so out with this putting at the minute. I've gone from YouTube's best putter to YouTube's worst putter, all in the space of 2 videos. Used to putting on temporary greens, that's what it is back in England. Not used to these normal glassy greens. Good rolls on them. Pushed it. That's 4 pushes and 4 3-putts. Quality that. A well-planned hole absolutely ruined by me putting like a clown. Well, 15th hole is a par 4 that's 439 yards. Looking back on this round as we stand here, 2 double bogeys, 3 or 4 4-putts, 3 or 4 3-putts just isn't going to get the job done. So I'm quite lucky, I think, to be only 4 over par at this point. Just scrappy, I think. I think we can put it down to it being the first time we've played in 7 weeks on the golf course. Just a little bit of the touch gone, but it's there or thereabouts. Next venue we're at, we're going to have our A game because it's where Q School was. Make sure you tuned in for that one because we're taking on Marco. See if we can beat him. Let's get this one away pretty straight away. This one, just good swing, committed swing. There you go, you get a clear thought in your mind and you're basically a tour player. It's the largest shout we've ever heard. Absolute tripe. Right, it's one of my favourite yardages, 115. That's a 54 degree. The club that we've had the least success with thus far. It's downwind, pins right on the back of the green. Back of the green's actually only 119 here. Now, I'm not going to hit that 115 shot. I'm going to be a bit more aggressive, get a bit more speed in this. It was a great drive. It was a very, very good drive. How far was that hole? 480? Let me just check that. Was that 480? Because if so, I've just pumped that 370. 380, 398. Talking tripe, Matt. Still. Still a good drive. Right, come on. You know what you've got to do. Be worse with a 54 degree. Struck it. Just didn't get the direction this time. Dead happy. Dead happy. Another terrible, terrible shot. We've pitched just at the back of the green pretty much, a couple of yards over. Just got to be so precise and I'm just not there with that today. But pitching back into the wind, I've got a couple of options. The only thing here is that overhanging olive branch now is potentially in the way. Wind's coming into me quite quick. The lie's not bad. I think 60 gets up too much. I can either throw it up and let it spin on the green, which I think is possible, or I bump it on and hope that it gets up. Right, we'll go bump. Well, clear vision in your mind helps 1,000,000%. That is what I wanted to do, stun it in that bank, because this stuff is like a Brillo pad. And I've executed some good shots on this back nine and throughout the round. It's just the tripe in the middle of it. I need to get my wedges better. I want to do that, and then I need a psychology lesson or do they do brain transplants now? Is that a thing? I need a tour player's brain who's like an ice cube. Just need to switch mine off. That would be ideal. Anyway, 3 holes to go. If anything, if I'm playing bad golf, the good thing is that it's absolutely beautiful here at Pula, so it makes up for a slightly iffy round. Our 16th hole is 408 yards. The water starts pretty quickly down the left and it carries on to 270. There's loads of bunkers. It even carries on to 350 up to greenside. Now the traps, 286 being the last one and 263, are actually down the right. And I'm going to take a leaf out of my book because the actual par 5 that is up the hill is on the other side of those. So instead of trying to get round this dogleg right to left, I'm going to go at the edge of the bunkers and just smash it, because if I go straight, I'm on the other fairway and that's fine. And if I pull it, I'm still okay. Just don't want to end up in that agua. Bunker's not the end of the world. And that is exactly what I have ordered. Over the trap, well down the other fairway that, and it should leave me a pretty good angle into the green. Why don't I think like this more? Okay, good drive then. We've actually gone through onto that par 5 fairway. I've just got these trees to come over, little copse of them. I've only got 95 yards though, and I think I've just sort of twigged a little bit in my mind as to something that Trotty said back to me when I had my fitting in the Kingdom. As Europeans were probably too focused on fairway finding and trying to like fit a flight into the fairways, where there I've just said, well, I know there's loads of room, I'll smash it down here, and now I'm only left with a 90-yard pitch over there. Only issue is I can't pitch, so it doesn't really work, that strategy, unless I hit a good one. I think that's good. A little bit long. A good strike and a bit of speed leads to Senior Repertoire, pitched up here, and it zipped back down the tier to 15 feet. A little birdie look. There's definitely chances, and like I said earlier, you can see why the tour players would tear it up round here. I'd love to see, you know, like a Tommy or a Rory round here and see what they would actually shoot. I reckon if they got it going and the greens are as good as they are, I think 10, 62, maybe 61's on round here. But for me, breaking 80, we're looking good. Oh, it was a better putt. Take that. It was a better putt. Trusted your line. Just a tad high. It's a par. Not what we need at this point of the campaign, but a better hole, better planning. So the 17th hole is 373 yards. Trouble everywhere, water that's no real issue, but then bunkers 231 to get over 251, 257, they're up the right, 265, 277, 290, they're all just up there. It is this dogleg left to right, so I think we can get the ones on the right are comfortable for us to get over. The wind's howling a bit now, it's picked up and it is shooting us that way, but again, there's loads of room up the left, so I'm going to go up the left and hit a bit of a cut, bringing it towards the fairway, but it's not the end of the world if I actually miss the fairway up to the left here, instead of trying to thread it through the middle of them and end up in pure devil juice. Up there, little cut. Oh, and I've towed it. Please climb. Just had a few towy ones today where my face has been shut and I've tried to hold it, but hey ho. Luckily, if I would have aimed there up the middle, that would have been dead, but planning has allowed me to hit a bad shot and get away with it. Well, not ideal. That bunker only been 255 to clear, but that towy strike up the hill into the wind, I've pitched and I'm okay, but 146 up to the green. I would have ideally been up there because I would have got such a better look at the green. But 146, going to hit a little 8 iron. Know the wind's into off the left, so play up the left and let it just feed back onto the flag from there. Oh, that is so bad. Just a bit of a scruffy lie then and couldn't quite get down to it. And we've fatted it up to the front, but hey ho, we move on. Chip and a putt, we've been so good at that thus far. That fat has left me 7 or 8 paces off the front of the green, up and then runs away. Try and run it a little bit more, play a little bit sort of a drawy style chip just to get it chasing and not grabbing. Oh, just that fraction too far. Just landed it 2 or 3 feet more than I wanted, but it's decent. Very subtle greens here around the hole. Hard to get a good line. That looked like it went a tiny bit to the right. Push. Well, poor tee shot, terrible second shot, good chip, just a little bit on, terrible putt, results in a bogey, 5 over par. I need to get a double hole in one now on the last. Hey ho. Well, 18th hole. Even though the score's not what we want it to be today, I think the last 2 rounds have been a little bit scrappy, a little bit meh, not enough practice. I've thoroughly enjoyed it out here. Course is fantastic, great condition. Real interesting difference in all the holes. Got to think your way around here. It's not just smash and grab. If you did have driver on a string, you could go low, definitely. You'd also, if you wedged it well, which I've done neither of those 2 things. Also, if you putt well, not done that well. Unfortunately, I've not brought another putter with me, and we've got another episode that we're filming tomorrow, but I might do some practice. Might get on the putting green. Get a cerveza, can't do that, it's dry January, it's just all going wrong. But other than that, 18th hole, it's a par 3 up the hill, 185 yards into the wind up the hill, 5 iron, we make a hole in one. How dreams, how everything could change. Dry January goes out the window and I'm going to be on the Massiere, lad. Bit toey again, hit wind, push it left, push it left. Oh, he's just caught the front of the green and now it's back down the slope. That's a 3 putt. Right, we've got another tier to climb. Jose loves a tier. If I ever meet that man, we will discuss tiers and Mackenzies to the highest degree. Up the slope, flattens out. Let's go, come on. Everyone like a push? Great pace. Just a bit of a push again. Might start trying to draw me putts a bit like Tiger. That could help me. Well, we didn't get it done, 5 over par, but the course itself was absolutely fantastic. Big thanks to Pooler for having us out here, guys. We'll see you in the next episode. We're heading to Q School. See you there.